Hello everyone, welcome to Master English live session. Hi, thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in, streaming and tune in. Hello. Hi, by the way, I'm so sorry. Okay, I apologize for postponing last week's live stream due to some unforeseen matter. Okay, anywho, I'm happy to be back and let's make today's lesson an interactive and engaging one. Hello. So, as usual, just go straight to kahoot.it and then type in the pin. It's 501897. Okay? So for today, we'll be covering Comprehension Cloze. Okay, I remember last 2 weeks, the majority of you asked me to cover comprehension component. Thank you so much. And as usual, we'll wait until 6:10 p.m. Okay, before we get started with our Kahoot. Hi, thank you for joining in. How was your day today? While waiting, let's have some, chit-chat, some discussion in the chat box, in the comment box. I think for today, I'll be aiming for 15 participants. How are you today? Sure. Hello. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for the likes. If you would like to be, if you want to get this into a fun competition, maybe you can share this live with your friends, with your family members, so that all of you can join the Kahoot game and then test your understanding and knowledge of this Comprehension Cloze. What do you think about Comprehension Cloze? This is paper 2, booklet B for PSLE. Do you think it's a bit challenging or is it okay? Do you like it? Thank you for the likes. We have another 8 more minutes before I start the game. Okay. Those who just joined in, I apologize. Okay, for postponing last week's live stream. Okay. For today, we are going to be answering 2 sets of Comprehension Cloze. Okay, the ones that you need to fill in the blank with no word banks given. Oh, we have 8 participants so far. Thank you so much. Hi Izara. Hi Azima. How are you feeling today? Have you had your dinner or is it too early for dinner? It would be great if you can join the Kahoot game. But today there won't be any podium, there won't be any QR code because it's an open-ended or type answer question, not MCQs. Usually those who are familiar with our Kahoot game, for MCQs by the end of the lessons or live stream, you'll be given like a QR code, okay, for you to redeem the voucher. The winner, the first winner. Thank you so much. Now I have 604 likes. Okay, another 6 minutes to go. What happened just now? We're going to start the game at 6:10 p.m. This is PSLE for PSLE English paper 2 booklet B. We are going to be answering one of the components in booklet B. Okay. Oh, you can try. It's fun. Comprehension Cloze component is to test your vocabulary. Whether you have a white vocabulary list. Okay. Before we get started with the questions, I'm going to give you some tips. Yes, this is P6 for PSLE English. Booklet B, Comprehension Cloze. What do you think about Comprehension Cloze? Do you find it challenging? Or do you like it? Hello. Wow, so far we have 11 participants. Just go straight to kahoot.it. Hello. And then type in the game pin. 501897. I love it, but I always get low marks. Oh, it's okay. Maybe the tips or strategies that I'm going to give you later can help you with it, with your comprehension cloze. It's kind of easy. It's hard for me. Okay, why hijau it's hard for you? It depends, right? Sometimes the passage is about affect. Sometimes it's about narrative, right? Like experiences of the writers. Okay, sometimes they talk about fun fact about dolphin or white whales, for example. You just have to, give some time to think and read the sentence carefully, okay, to identify which clue is for which blank. No, unfortunately, there's no prize for today because it's an open-ended question. There'll be a QR code and prize for MCQ, but maybe next week I can do some multiple choice questions for you guys. But I really hate the history kind. Okay, understandable? No stress for me. Yes, it's an open-ended question, okay? And I think I know if you feel like this comprehension cloze sometimes can be confusing because there are, a few vocabulary or a few words that can fit the sentence, right? Yeah, I can always answer pretty quickly. Just some never get correct, even though I was confident for the questions. Okay. I'm the dolphin this time. Okay. Oh, the trustworthy dolphin. Okay. I'll take note on that. Oh, I'm at my 1,000 likes now. Thank you so much. So another 2 more minutes. How are you guys today? How are you feeling today? I'm a lizard. Which one's the lizard? Okay. Alright, so 13. Can we get to 15, please? Okay, for those who just joined in, we are going to be answering PSLE English Paper 2, Booklet B. Okay? Is the comprehension cloze. I have 2 sets of comprehension cloze practices for you. It's really hard, truly. My brain is not braining at that time, but after the exam, I will get it right. Yeah, because, you're not nervous anymore. Okay, because you are, catching up with the time, catching up with all the sentences, because the passage can be rather lengthy, right? 6:10, another 1 more minute. 6:10, okay? So just go straight to kahoot.it and type in the game pin. It's 501897. Okay, it's cool. I think this one is easy. You can type in your answer while eating, even. Thank you so much for joining in. This is Master English live streaming for PSLE English Paper 2 Booklet B, okay? Comprehension cloze. Okay, so it's already 6:10. I'm going to press start. Okay, if the screen is too zoomed in or zoomed out, you just let me know, okay? Now, like I mentioned, today's session is about booklet B, okay, paper 2, Comprehension Cloze, okay? Now, before we get started, I usually ask you some questions, right? So, the holiday has come to an end, okay? So, next week is your school period, right? How are you feeling so far? Great. Can't wait to go to school. You need more holidays. You need more time to rest. Type your answer. I have 13 participants who have typed your answer. Okay. I believe each question I give you 45 seconds for you to figure out the answer. Fill in the blank. Okay, now let's see. Hungry, sad, because school. Okay, happy, feeling normal. Not looking for PSLE, you know. Tired of studying. Okay, I hope today's session can give you like some strategies and tips for you to answer your comprehension clues. Okay? Alright. Now, what do you know about comprehension clues? Of course, I'm already giving you the answer there, right? So it's about you need to fill in a blank, okay, with a suitable word, okay? That means you have to come out with only one word. You have to answer this comprehension clues. You fill in the blank with only one word, okay? Not more than that. And it has 15 blanks, so you need to figure out and come out with 15 words, okay, to complete the whole passage. Alright? Okay, so are you ready? Before I click the next button, please comment whether you are ready or not to read the whole passage. Okay, I can see some yes. 15 is so much. Okay, so without further ado, let me just press the button. Okay, now let me read the whole passage first. Okay, so this is important. This is the very obvious strategy. Okay, the very first strategy is, in order for you to get your comprehension clues right, to get the perfect score 15 out of 15, you need to understand the passage. Okay, what the passage is about. What is the content of the passage, okay? Now, there are many brands of bottled water which one can buy from the supermarket. Many Singaporeans often purchase bottled water to their thirst, and this has become so common, people often forget that there is a much more affordable source of water that is available, which is tap water. To research, Singaporeans spend nearly 180 million buying bottled water in 2018. They could have easily most of that money simply by drinking tap water. The Public Utilities Board in Singapore invests a lot of money in advanced technology too, that our water is thoroughly cleaned so that it is for consumption. In fact, many studies have been carried to test the cleanliness of Singapore's tap water. In one study, 15 samples of tap water were from homes, eateries, and even toilets located in different areas of Singapore. Many thought that these samples would not be clean, but contrary to popular, they contain only an insignificant amount of bacteria. This means that one is to fill a bottle with clean, drinkable water at any tap in Singapore, any worry. Reducing our spending, drinking tap water also benefits the environment. When we buy bottled water, we often the plastic bottles after we have emptied them. This is extremely environmentally unfriendly. If we to be drinking tap water using reusable bottles, we will be able to down on plastic waste by a lot. Singaporeans have taken steps to reduce the use of plastic bags and straws from their daily life. Perhaps it is also time to give up bottled water and turn on the tap instead. Okay, I've just finished reading the set 1 of your comprehension cloze. Now, let's see whether you understand the passage or not before we move forward to answering the questions. Okay, so we have 15 questions. So, what do you think this passage about? What do you think this passage is about? Oh, why you can't join? Just go to kahoot.it and then type in the game pin. Oh no, cannot. Sadly cannot. So what is this passage about? Singapore's clean water. So that's why we need to what? In order for us to save some money, we should what? Drink tap water instead. Right? Yes, it's about water. What else? So basically, this passage is about why Singaporeans, okay, should drink, yes, okay, should drink tap water instead of buying bottled water. Yes, conserving water, how we use tap water because it is clean, correct. It also encourage Singaporeans, okay, to drink or choose tap water as it is safe for consumption, okay, and we can save our money and reduce plastic waste. Oh no, Kahoot is laggy and it will kick me out. Oh, that's so sad. It's okay, you can join your friends, you know, you can see your friends answering from the screen. Okay, hello, alright. Now, it's great that you've already know the content of the passage, okay. My next tips is, okay, so basically, comprehension cloze is about, identifying a word that suit the sentence, okay? And it can be quite complicated and confusing because first, you need to make sure that the word suit the sentence and suit the meaning, okay? What I mean by the sentence is if the sentence is in past tense, so your answer should be in past tense as well. Okay, and of course it needs to suit the meaning of the sentence. So that is why it is important for you to read the whole passage carefully and then you read the sentence. Okay, sentence by sentence. Okay, and then once you have already included your answer, you read it again whether it suits the meaning together with the sentence. Okay, and of course the next strategy is comprehension cloze is all about clues. Okay, so there are quite a few common clues that you can find in the passage, okay, to help you with your answer. Okay, so the first clue usually is the collocation clue. Okay, so what do you know about collocation clue? So what is collocation? Anyone? Or you have never heard the word before? Okay, so collocation is actually, anyone? So collocation is actually words that are commonly used. Okay, for example, in and out, black and white. Okay, your phrasal verb. For example, get down, get up, cut down. Okay, so that is collocation. Alright, and then next clue is contextual clues. Okay, so if you are unfamiliar with certain words or you do not know the word for the blank, okay, you can just read the sentence, the before or after sentence, then you will find the answer. Okay, the sentences will help you to figure out. Okay, there are clue there that can help you to figure out the blank. Okay, so I've already described collocation clue. We have contextual clues, and then we have connectors. Okay, connectors, as you know, the linking words. Okay, they link ideas. Okay, so you can use however, besides, what else, furthermore, hence, because. Okay, so that is what you can include in your comprehension clues. Okay, so that is one of the clues that you can make use of. Alright, yes, correct. S. Okay, and then next one is the synonym or antonym. Okay, synonym is the different word that has the same meaning. Okay, or antonym, the opposite meaning. Yes, correct. Like. Okay, other than that is the what? Referencing. Okay, so you can get the clues based on the previous paragraph or the later paragraph. Okay, I think we have referencing clue in set 1 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, enough with the explanation. Let's get started with the question. Now, many Singaporeans often purchase bottled water to their thirst. Why did you buy that bottled water? Of course, you're feeling thirsty, right? So, what is the most suitable word for question number 1? Many Singaporeans often purchase bottled water to their thirst. Yes, the answer is quench. Okay, so that is collocation. Later on, you will see the explanation. Okay, good job. Let's see. Oh, we have podium. Okay, genus alpaca is the first one. Okay, next. And this has become so common. People often forget that there is much more affordable source of water. So this is like a statement, right? It is so common to buy that bottled water rather than drinking tap water. Okay, I believe there are some of you who has not typed in the answer. It's actually dead. Okay, this has become so common that people often forget that there is a much more affordable source of water. Okay, good job, Victoria Seal. Okay, now next. Okay, so this is the explanation that I was talking about. You see, there are many brands of bottled water which one can buy from the supermarket. Okay, many Singaporeans often purchase bottled water to quench their thirst. So this is the collocation clue. Okay, or an idiom. Okay, which means what? You used to drink to what? Quench your thirst, of course, right? So these are the commonly used word. Okay, to how to say, to make someone understand that you are feeling thirsty. Okay, and this has become so common that people, okay, so this is the result. Okay, now let's go to question number 3. Okay, to research, Singaporeans spend nearly $180 million buying bottled water in 2018. So what would be the best answer for number 3? Okay, come on. Actually, according. Okay, so why according? Later you will see the explanation. Okay, now. Okay, seal, Victoria seal. Alright, now. For question number 4, they could have easily most of the money simply by drinking tap water. By the way, somebody asked, when do I use that and when do I use which? Which is usually used for, unliving thing. Okay? And usually you can use it interchangeably. Okay, come on. You have another 16 seconds. Question 3, according to research. Okay. So they could have easily saved. Okay, why not SAVE? Later on you will see the explanation. Okay. Genus alpaca. Okay. Now, this is the explanation. Okay, why according? Because it's collocation. Okay, the word that are usually commonly combined together. Okay, according to research, based on research. Okay, Singaporeans spend nearly this much buying bottled water in 2018. Okay, they could have easily saved. Okay, why saved? Because of this past perfect tense. Okay, form. So could have plus past participle. Okay, so the past participle for save is saved. Alright. No, it's not. Just go to kahoot.it and then you type the game pin. Okay. Alright, the Public Utilities Board in Singapore invests a lot of money in advanced technology to that our water is thoroughly cleaned. To what? What do you think would be the answer? The Public Utilities Board invests a lot of money in advanced technology to make sure, right? To make sure our water is thoroughly clean. But make sure we have 2 words. So to make sure, to ensure. Okay, ensure the same meaning as make sure. Okay, to make sure that our water is thoroughly clean. Okay, right. Wow, genus alpaca is still on top. Now let's move to question number 6. So that it is for consumption. Okay, just now the Public Utilities Board in Singapore invests a lot of money in advanced technology to ensure that our water is thoroughly clean so that it is for consumption. That it is what? For drinking. What do you think? It's correct. It is safe for consumption. Okay, so safe is the most suitable word for this sentence. Okay, so it's a typo error. Okay, typing error. Okay, now let's see. Genus alpaca. Alright, good job. Now, question number 7. In fact, many studies have been carried to test the cleanliness of Singapore's tap water. So this is phrasal verb. What would be the answer? Phrasal verb as well as synonym, I would say. Synonym clue as well as phrasal verb clue. We still have another 8 more questions for set 1, and then I have another set which is another 15 questions. Yes, correct. It's 6 to 7. Okay. So, in fact, many studies have been carried out. Good job. So, carried out also mean conducted. Okay? Have been conducted to test. Okay, that's good. Now, question 8. In one study, 15 samples of tap water were wiped from homes, eateries, and even toilets located in Singapore, in different areas of Singapore. Were wiped. Other than taken, what is the other synonym of taken? 15 samples of tap water were wiped. I accidentally wrote it with an extra L. Were brought from homes, eateries, and even toilets located in different areas. Is actually collected. Wow, collected triple L. Okay, yes, it's collected. Alright. Okay, good job. Now, moving on to question 9. But contrary to popular, this is also collocation. They contain only an insignificant amount of bacteria. So some people think that tap water is, dirty, right? That's why they conducted the experiment. And contrary to popular, in contrast, they contain only an insignificant amount of bacteria. So what is the answer? Contrary to popular, when you read the phrase, you straight away know the answer already. Yes, to popular belief. Okay. Wow, who's genius Alpaca? Now I want to know. I'm intrigued. Okay, so this is the reason, okay, the explanation. The Public Utilities Board in Singapore invests, okay, so this is the reason, okay, to make sure, alright, that our water is thoroughly clean so that it is, of course, safe, okay, for consumption. So in order for you to know the word safe here, you must know the meaning of consumption, which is the process of buying, eating, and in this context is drinking. Okay, what else? Studies have been carried out. Okay, this is phrasal verb, carry out. Okay, which has the same meaning as conduct or perform. Okay, and 15 samples of tap water were collected, okay, from different places for testing. And last but not least, of course, the popular belief, which is the collocation. Okay, next up. This means that one is, okay, after all these experiments, okay, the tap water contain insignificant amount of bacteria, only very little, and it is safe for our consumption. Okay, so this means that one is to fill a bottle with clean drinkable water at any tap in Singapore. Is what? 7. It ends at 7. This Kahoot game will end at 7. Correct. 6, 7. Your favorite number. Okay. So, of course, this means that one is what? Able. Yes, one is able to fill a bottle with clean drinkable water at any tap in Singapore. Alright, now next. So this is the explanation, okay? Why? Because able means can do something, okay? But you cannot put can do something. You have to figure out which synonym that has only one word that suit the sentence, right? Now, moving on to question 11. Drinkable water at any tap in Singapore. Any worry? You can just straight away fill your water tumbler, okay, your mug with tap water in Singapore based on the experiments, right? Based on the experiments conducted by the public utilities, okay? Any worry? I was about to say the answer just now. Drinkable water at any tap in Singapore. Blank. Any worry? Without any worry. Okay, good job. Alright. Wow, genius alpaca. Maybe I miss out your comment. Have you revealed yourself? Okay, question 12. Reducing our spending, drinking tap water also benefits the environment. So, in this sentence, they also included some of the, benefits of drinking tap water. Okay, now Hijau just revealed that he or she is genius alpaca. So reducing our spending. So you have to figure out one word to match the reducing our spending. Drinking tap water also benefits the environment. Nine and 20 is actually besides reducing our spending. Okay. Now. Oh, good job, Nisa. Okay. So Hijau is a boy. He's using his mommy's account. Okay, now when we buy bottled water, when we buy bottled water, we open the plastic bottles after we have emptied them. What do you usually do with the empty water bottle? You often what? You often, yes, discard or throw. Okay, so these two answers can be accepted. Okay, now. So, genius alpaca still standing still. Now, moving on to, okay, we have another 2 more questions. If we to drinking tap water using reusable bottles, okay, we will be able to, if we to drinking tap water, so what would be the most suitable answer? So this has almost come to an end. If we to drinking tap water using reusable bottles, what do you do? Is actually yes, okay, you can use if we change to drinking tap water, or if we switch, or if we shift, okay, but nobody answered shift. All right, now, okay, Good job, everybody, so far. Now, we will be able to, this is also a phrasal verb clue. Okay, we will be able to down on plastic waste by a lot. What would be the answer? This is phrasal verb. Hi, user, read the question carefully. Why you mentioned if there were 2 blanks? I've already written down there. Only 1 blank. It's actually cut down. Remember I say phrasal verb. Okay, we can reduce on plastic waste by a lot. Okay, now good job, everybody. So this is the explanation, okay, for question 11 to 15. Okay, you see, without any worry. Okay, besides, okay, so in addition, so this is like example, right? I've told you before. So in addition, you cannot use in addition because it's 2 words. Okay, so you say besides reducing our spending, okay, drinking tap water also benefits the environment. So this is one of the examples, right? And then we often discard, okay, because it is environmentally unfriendly. Okay, and of course, if we switch, if we shift to drinking tap water, we are able to cut down on plastic. Okay, means reducing size. Okay, now this is the last paragraph for the set 1. Okay, Singaporeans have taken steps to reduce the use of plastic bags and straws from their daily life. Perhaps it is also time to give up bottled water and turn on the tap instead. Okay, now, how are you guys doing so far? Before we proceed with set 2. Everyone's okay? The last question, switch. Which one is the last question? Switch down on plastic waste by a lot? No, it's wrong because it's a phrasal verb. Okay, now let's move on to set 2. Okay, let me just read set 2. Okay, where is it? Okay, have you ever wondered how you can declutter or organize your room or home? Okay, in recent years, the KonMari method has taken the world storm. The KonMari method is a system of simplifying and organizing your home by throwing away physical items that do not bring joy to your life. The method was created by organizing consultant Marie Kondo. Kondo has a best-selling book titled The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. In her book, Kondo you to clear your belongings by category rather than by room. Okay? When using this method, you are actively choosing items that spark joy and discarding what does not. The intention, the KonMari method, is to end up with a clutter-free home that is better able to bring more joy and prosperity to your life. You are tidying your things. She encourages you to visualize the life you want to live, to be less stressed. Any item that would not help you in your journey is not deserving of the in your house. KonMari teaches you to ask a simple when you go about tidying up your house. For each item in your home, you should ask if it sparks joy. If not, get rid of it. Items that spark true joy would not always be practical. For instance, Kondo had an old t-shirt she had from a shop many years ago. The shirt was old. She decided to keep it as it brought back good from a time long gone. Many of her friends at her decision as they could not believe that she would keep the worn old shirt. Pertaining to these less than practical items, Kondo writes, if you can say without a doubt that the item sparks joy, then what other people think are items that could bring you joy in the future, but not in the immediate future. For example, a sleeping bag that you used at a camp years ago might not spark joy as you do not need it for now. However, you may attend more in the future. Thus, keeping is a great idea. The KonMari method is a fantastic tool in decluttering as it can be applied to all parts of your life. Wow, so lengthy, right? Now, I'm so sorry. I forgot to change to the next page. Oh no, wait, hold on. Okay, so this is the next page. Okay, so what is this passage about, basically? Anyone? It's about what? It's about the KonMari method, right? Okay, what else? What else do you know about this passage? It's about KonMari method. Okay, the KonMari method focus to help people declutter their items, okay, that do not spark joy anymore. Okay, what happened to the items that do not spark joy to you? You should what? It's either you should recycle it or you discard the item. Okay, now let's go to question 1. In recent years, the KonMari method has taken the world. Stop. What would be the answer? I believe this is an idiom question as well as clue as well as collocation. You have less than 5 seconds. It has taken the world by storm. Okay. Now let's see who's the first one. Still hijau. Still genius alpaca. Okay, great job. Now question number 2. Kondo has a best-selling book titled The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. What is the clue that you see to answer question number 2? A best-selling book. Less than 5 seconds. I believe there are 3 answers here. Yes. Okay. So you can say Kondo has published, Kondo has written, or authored a best-selling book. Okay. Now, moving on to the podium. Okay, still genius alpaca. Excellent job there. Okay, now question number 3. In her book, Kondo you to clear your belongings by category rather than by room. Kondo did what in her book? So this is some strategy that Kondo provides you in her book. Okay, let's see the answer. In her book, Kondo suggests, advises or guides. Oh, surprisingly, majority of you did not get this answer right. Okay, now let's see. Still genius alpaca. Alright, so this is the explanation, okay? The KonMari has taken the world by, okay? So the clue here is collocation as well as idiom, okay? So taken the world by storm means you achieve rapid or overwhelming success, okay? Moving on to question number 2, you see? The method was created by organizing consultant Mary Kondo, okay? Kondo has published or written. Okay, why publish or written? Because this is a present perfect tense sentence. Okay. And then for question number 3, in her book, Kondo advises, suggests or guides. Okay, so give guidance or provide you with some suggestion. Okay. Alright, now. Okay, encourages is also accepted. Okay, for question number 4. The intention, the KonMari method is to end up with a clutter-free home that is better able to bring more joy and prosperity to your life. What do you think would be the answer? The intention, the KonMari method. KonMari method purpose. I cannot say the word. It's actually, I provided 2 answers. Yes. The intention of the KonMari method, or you can say the intention behind the KonMari method. Okay. The purpose of this method. Okay. Alright. Good job. Now, moving on to question number 5. You are tidying your things. She encourages you to visualize the life you want to live, which is to be less stressed. So what would be the correct answer for this? You are tidying your things. She encouraged you to visualize the life you want to live. By the way, I think we'll exceed 7 p.m. because we still have another 10 more questions. But I hope you can stay with me until the end. Okay, yes. So we have 2 suitable words here. Okay, it's either when you are tidying your things or while you are tidying your things. Okay. Now, let's see. Question number 6. Any item that would not help you in your journey is not deserving of the in your house. So, any items that do not spark joy, that do not help you in your journey of decluttering, okay, is not deserving of the what in your house. Oh no. Okay, we try our best to end it at 7. Okay? Deserving of the space in your house. By the way, I mistaken, apologize for that. Okay, I mistaken my type of answer together with open-ended. Okay? Apparently, this type of answer has podium, which means the winner, which is the top one, will get to scan the QR code. Okay, and then fill in the blanks. Okay, fill in your information. Okay, to get the voucher. Right? So this is the explanation. Okay, for question 4, 5, and 6. You see, the intention behind or of the KonMari method, which is the purpose. Okay, of this KonMari method. Okay, so that is why the answer is behind or of. Okay, number 5, while. Okay, of course, tidying your things is action happens during the process. And then last but not least, space, because you are organizing or decluttering. Okay, which is you are cleaning up your space. Alright, now, next up. KonMari teaches you to ask a simple when you go about tidying up your house. KonMari teaches you to ask a simple when you go about tidying up your house. For each item in your home, you should ask. By the way, if you miss out certain questions, you can just go to our channel, okay, and then check the question together with the solution. Okay, yes, good job. Okay, KonMari teaches you to ask a simple question. Okay, Oh, good job, whimsical butterfly. Congratulations. Now, question number 8. For instance, Kondo had an old t-shirt she had from a shop many years ago. So, she had an old t-shirt from a shop many years ago. Did she steal? Did she buy? Did she purchase? What do you think? Let's see the answer. For instance, Kondo had an old t-shirt she had bought or purchased from a shop many years ago. Okay, so this is some of the examples. Okay, the things that spark her joy. Okay, the shirt was old. She decided to keep it as it brought back what? The shirt was old. Oh no. Wait, hold on. Okay. I appear to be inactive just now. What is the answer? The shirt was old. The shirt was old, but or yet she decided to keep it as it brought back. Who answered memories just now? That is the answer for the next question. Okay? Because it brought back good from a time long gone. Okay? So this is also a collocation clue. Okay? It brought back good. Good what from a time long gone? Who answered the word that I mentioned just now for question number 9? It's supposed to be for question number 10. It's actually memories or recollections or even feelings. Okay? Genius Alpaca, what happened to you? Okay, for question number 11. Many of her friends had her decision as they could not believe that she would keep the worn old shirt. So if you have a friend, who decided to keep her very old t-shirt, what would you do? Many of her friends had her decision as they could not believe that she would keep the worn old shirt. That she would, can say, scoffed, laughed or teased. Okay, because it's funny, right? Why would you keep something that is, super worn and old, right? Okay, now let's go to question number 12. Kondo writes, if you can say without a doubt that the item sparks joy, then what other people think? Even it is old, and of course you can say without a doubt that okay, this sparks joy. I need this in my life. Then what you need to do? What other people think? This is contextual clue. What do you need to do? If you really want that item, you ignore or disregard. Okay, you can say disregard what other people think or say. Okay, good job so far. Okay, another 1 more minute to 7 o'clock. So this is the explanation, okay, for question 7 to question 12. Okay, you see, like I mentioned, the contextual clues, you can find the answer here as, or you can also say this is a referencing clue. Okay, and then what else? Ignore, okay, referring to her example, the t-shirt. Alright, now moving on to question 13. Are items that could bring you joy in the future but not in the immediate future. So some examples here. Are items that could bring you joy in the future but not in the immediate future. If you can remember the passage, they talk about a sleeping bag. So it can be useful in the future but not anytime soon. The answer is there are items. Okay, why not these? Because we don't have the items, the items name here. Okay, now let's see question 14. Another one more question. However, you may attend more in the future. Why do you need the sleeping bag? You may not need it for now. However, you may attend more what in the future? What do you need a sleeping bag for? It's attend more camps in the future. Good job, everybody. Okay, last but not least, thus skipping is a great idea. A sleeping bag. Okay, a sleeping bag. Only one sleeping bag. So, thus skipping is a great idea. The KonMari method is a fantastic tool in decluttering as it can be applied to all parts of your life. It's correct. Keeping it. Okay, why it? Because a sleeping bag. Okay, good job, everybody. So this is the explanation. Okay, like I mentioned. Okay, more camps. Okay, plural, and is referring to a sleeping bag. Alright, so you have done very well today. We have completed 2 sets of Comprehension Cloze. How are you guys feeling with all the strategies discussed just now? Hi Bibi, thank you so much for attending. Now let's see the podium. Who's the top 3? By the way, I'm so sorry, Whimsical Butterfly. I need your help to DM me in the TikTok, on our TikTok account because I miss out the QR code. Okay, so Whimsical Butterfly. Yes, Nisa, could you help me to send your name and your phone number in our DM? Okay, Nisa? Or maybe you can go to our channel, okay, or our account, our other social media account. Alright, Nisa? When is the next live? Of course, every Thursday, 6-7. Okay, Umi of 4. Thank you everyone for attending. Of course, you can see all the answers together with all the questions, the 2 sets of Comprehension Cloze together with the solution, okay, on our channel. It's Master English SG. Okay? Thank you so much everyone. Nisa, do help me to DM one of our social media account, okay, to get your prize. Thank you for attending. I'll see you next week, same time, same day, okay? Just remember, Thursday, 6-7. Bye-bye everyone. Thank you so much.